Imagine waking up knowing there's no alarm clock, no homework, just pure summer freedom. That's exactly how Pip the Panda starts his day today. But what will he do with all this free time? The secret to the perfect summer might just surprise you. Pip the Panda stretched his paws wide as the morning sun peeked through the bamboo leaves. Today wasn't just any day. It was the first day of summer. No school, no routines, just endless time to have fun. He rubbed his eyes and thought to himself, "What's the best way to enjoy my first day of summer?" The question lingered in his mind as he sat under his favorite bamboo tree, letting the warm breeze ruffle his fur. It felt strange not to have a schedule. No teachers, no lunch bell, no art projects to finish. Pip loved learning, but today felt like stepping into a whole new world. At first, he wasn't sure how to feel. Without a plan, what could summer even look like? For a moment, Pip worried. Was it possible to have fun without something to do? Unsure of where to start, he decided to take things slow. Taking a deep breath, Pip flopped onto his back in the tall green grass. The grass felt soft and cool against his fur, like a blanket freshly laid out in the sun. He stared up at the clouds floating lazily across the sky. Some looked like puffy little sheep. Others seemed to stretch and swirl like ribbons of whipped cream. Pip squinted, thinking he could see a panda-shaped cloud smiling down at him. He let out the smallest giggle. Everything around him was so still and quiet. Birds chirped softly in the distance, leaves danced gently on the breeze, and for the first time, Pip noticed how nice it was to just listen. As he stared at the clouds, something interesting happened. His thoughts began to wander, imagining the shapes swirling above were part of a grand adventure. The panda-shaped cloud might be steering a pirate ship through the sky, while the sheep-shaped ones were its fluffy crew. Pip didn't feel bored anymore. The more he let his imagination roam, the more fun he was having right here in the moment. Lying there, Pip smiled. Summer didn't have to be about big plans. Even the simplest moments could feel magical if you let them. What other little surprises might be waiting just around the corner, he wondered? Pip decided it was time to take a little adventure. What treasures might summer have hidden just out of sight? With a curious heart, he wandered past the tall bamboo trees and into a shady grove. That's where he saw it, a big pile of sticks, stacked together like they were waiting just for him. Pip's nose twitched with excitement as he remembered all the forts he used to build with his friends after school. Could I build one by myself? He wondered. But a little doubt crept in. Would it be as much fun alone? He paused, looking back at the pile. With the soft rustle of leaves overhead and the warm sun on his fur, Pip decided to give it a try. Gathering a few sturdy sticks, he started stacking them into a circle, just like he'd done before. The pile wobbled a few times and Pip had to fix little gaps where the sticks didn't quite fit, but he didn't mind. Slowly, his fort began to grow. The sunlight peeked through the cracks in the walls, and the whole grove seemed quieter, as if it was watching him work. As Pip stacked the last stick, he stepped back to admire what he'd made. It wasn't perfect. One side leaned a bit, and the roof had some holes, but to Pip, it was amazing. He ducked inside and sat down on the soft dirt floor. This feels just like my own little castle, he thought. Closing his eyes, he imagined himself in all kinds of exciting places. In one moment, his fort became a pirate ship with sails blowing in the wind. In another, it was a rocket ship soaring all the way to the moon. Every stick, every little imperfection seemed to make it feel even more real. As Pip leaned back inside his fort, his paws resting on the ground, he felt something new. Pride. He'd built this all on his own. The fort wasn't just a place to play, it was proof of what he could do. The sun was starting to dip lower now, casting gold and orange shadows through the trees. Pip smiled and thought, "This has been the best first day of summer, but there's still one last thing I want to do before the day ends." Pip lay back inside his cozy fort as the sky transitioned from golden hues to deep navy. Tiny stars began to peek back at him, twinkling like little treasures in the night. He smiled, realizing that today he didn't need a big plan to have fun. Building the fort, gazing at clouds, and simply being still had all been more than enough. Summer, he thought, wasn't about rushing or doing everything at once. It was about those quiet moments that let his imagination soar. As another star appeared, Pip whispered into the night, "I can't wait to see what tomorrow will bring.